The top 10 TTM spring training prospects coming up. Hello again, everybody. Thank you again for joining me. My name is Troy Rutter, aka TTM Troy, and I have a special video for you today on a very special TTM autograph. That's remember. Does anybody remember all those TV shows that would do that? They'd say, "I'm getting close to the microphone here. I'm going to say, on a very special Seventh Heaven, on a very special Dawson's Creek, on a very special Family Guy." Okay, that's enough of that. Now I gotta reset this because it's now doing this little thing. Okay, hope everybody is having a fantastic day. It is Martin Luther King Day here in the USA, so there is no mail, I'm sorry to say, but it is a chance where we can take time and, well, if you have the day off, that's pretty good. If you don't, sorry about that, but there's still no mail. I am still waiting for a FedEx package that was supposed to come on Friday and was delayed because of the storm. So that's what I'm doing. But today I'm doing a special video for you. Many of you know that I do the TTM Hot List, or I have for the last 2 years, where I, about in April or May, I go through and I kind of tally what people have gotten in from spring training and kind of tell you what the prospects for the regular season are. And to this year, I thought I'd do something really special and get into who my top 10, who I think the top 10 signers will be for 2020's spring training. So I'm not going to make this a long video. It's just going to be bang, bang, bang. Here they are. Let me know in the comments what you think of this list if you're going to send out to them. And a lot of, or I won't say a lot because there's only 10, but several of these people have actually changed teams. So you want to make sure that you pay attention and you double check. Like if you wait until February or even the regular season, you definitely want to check to see if people have changed teams, or maybe they're at the minor league baseball during the regular season, because what happens is, you know, they invite people in to the main spring training, but they might actually go down to the minor leagues after that. So pay attention if you send out through the regular season, but I did my homework today. Took me a while to do it, and hopefully I have some good prospects for you with their new teams and all sorts of that fun stuff. So here you go, the 2020 top TTM prospects for spring training. That is a mouthful. I don't think I could say that again if I try. So here's the first one coming up. Boom. All right, the first one is actually an honorable mention. That is because he has not signed with a team this year, but he is always a good signer, and that is Pat Neshek. Now, Pat has a P.O. box in Florida that he signs through, whether he's playing or not, really. And so I wanted to give an honorable mention shout out to the collector's collector, Pat Neshek. You can see his address right there. P.O. Box 510092, Melbourne Beach, Florida, 32951. So he is my honorable mention, and Pat Neshek, I salute you. All right, here's the second one, or actually the first one. Number one on my list, here you go. Boom. Chance Adams. Now, Chance is currently signed with the Kansas City Royals. So if you're writing to him during spring training, which I highly suggest you do, you want to use the address for spring training, which is on the right, or the left, actually. And if you write to him during the season, as I said, first check to make sure he hasn't changed teams. And you could write to him via the Kansas City Royals, the address on the right. But number one, great signer. Sometimes his spring training stuff comes back during the regular season, but definitely is on the list as number one, Chance Adams. Number two, Raisel Iglesias from the Reds. Now, he has started to sign really quickly. He pretty much does a scribble now with an I, and I think the R in the I, or maybe it looks like an IG. But hey, he's still signing. When I got him the first time, he was signing his full name, but now he kind of does this condensed autograph there. So you can see the spring training address for the Reds on the left and the regular stadium on the right. So there you go. That is my number 2. Coming up at number 3, Derek Rodriguez via the San Francisco Giants. Now, Derek, like I said, has signed with the Giants, and that is where you can send to him. He has been a pretty consistent signer last year and the year before, I believe. But that is his address right there, AT&T Park, and of course, Scottsdale Stadium if you send to him via spring training. Number 4, Taylor Trammell via the Padres. Again, you can see the Padres address right there. Now, Taylor has actually been signed to a minor league contract with the Padres, and so that is why I only have the spring training address here, because not quite sure what his in-season address is going to be, what minor league team he's going to show up as, or he might get called up. You never know. So that is why I only put the spring training address there for Taylor, but he is definitely on my list. I actually got some cards from COMC lately from my TTM hot list, and since I've never gotten him, I will be sending him out in my spring training sends, definitely. All right, next we have Steve Chizik via the White Sox. Now, you know Steve, he is always on the hot signers list, and he recently signed with the White Sox. So there you can see the address for the spring training address there in Glendale, Arizona on the left, and of course the Chicago White Sox home field there on the right. So he is a great signer. I believe he always puts Bible verses on it. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else, but there you go, Steve Chizik. Next, we have a couple of Rays, starting with Joey Wendell. There you go. You can see the addresses right there, and these will be the same addresses for the next person. But first, we have Joey Wendell right there. And next, we'll have Blake Snell. We'll go straight into the other Rays right there, wasting no time on this TTM hot list preview for spring training. So Joey Wendell and Blake Snell right there via the Tampa Bay Rays. Next, we have Chase Anderson via the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, I got Chase in really late. It was like a 200-plus day return recently, but he is fairly consistent. And in returning your autographs via the Brewers, whether it's spring training or the regular season, so he is definitely one that you will want to try. I have sent 2 cards to him, and no problem. They always come back 2 for 2. If you want to try 2 for 2, or maybe even 3, that's up to you. But keep it under control there, guys. Don't send 6 or whatever. But definitely one to try there. All right, next we have Chris Iannetta. He was actually signed to the Yankees in the minors, but he will be attending spring training. So there is the Yankees spring training address right there. I know Mike Gutierrez over on Facebook and Twitter will be looking for a Nike swoosh on his uniform here this season. So if you want to get him, definitely I would try via the Yankees spring training, which is what this address is, and we'll see where he ends up during the season. And finally, coming in at number 10, we have Jake Junis via the Kansas City Royals. And like all of the other ones, you see the spring training address there on the left and the regular season address there on the right. But I've gotten Jake a few times, and he has appeared on the TTM hot list. And so he is definitely one of the top 10 that I would suggest if you are new to sending TTMs via spring training. These are all great prospects to get your percentage up and hopefully get some autographs from some people that you might normally get. So definitely check them out. So anyway, guys, that is my short and sweet video on this Martin Luther King Day. I anticipate this to be a very popular video. So in lieu of commenting, or in addition to commenting, if you could please share this video to all of your friends, either in the card community or the TTM community, and let them know that these are my picks, and these are my picks only. I take sole responsibility for, for these picks. So hopefully everybody does okay with them this year. But I will be starting spring training prep here pretty soon. I actually need to get some more cards, to be honest, because I sent out so many last year. My stock of like 2017 to 2019 is pretty small. So I need to get some more ammo, some fuel, and then I will start with my my mass sending, I guess, here soon. So thank you so much for spending some time on Martin Luther King Day with me. Hope you find this of value. And as I'm so fond of saying, may your mailboxes be full and your stamps forever. Bye-bye.